You guys know I'm a marketing guy. I'm making these videos, 3 videos a week for years now. I run multiple successful companies and I am very much into marketing. I love it. But what if I told you that everything I've done up to this point is the result of a few hard to learn skills that once I got down, skyrocketed my success? I wouldn't be lying if I said that. Because there are a couple things, and I'll talk about them in this video, that if you can get right, if you can study, if you can knock them out early, you will be leaps and bounds ahead of everyone else. So let's talk about what some of these skills are.
This video is brought to you by Email 10K. Learn how to book meetings with billion-dollar brands and take your company to the next level at email10k.com.
The first one is copywriting. Copywriting, if you don't know, is how to write words that sell. And this covers a whole wide range of things. The first copywriting guy that I really liked was Neville Medora, who I actually consider my first mentor. He's the one who hyped me up enough to make my first dollar ever with entrepreneurship. But his big thing is writing landing pages that are very much in clear English. We are writing in the manner that we speak because that is the best way to get somebody to pay attention to you. I've also used copywriting a ton in cold emails. I was able to take a lot of those basic skills, a lot of those skills of talking like a human, and I moved them to the email space where we've been able to generate tens of millions of dollars in revenue. So this is one spot that if you can master how to write in a way that gets people to buy, it's game over. Because then all of a sudden, now you know how to write in a way that gets people to buy, you can sell anything. And that's actually one thing we talk about in our course, Email 10K, is how to use cold emails and the copywriting skill that we're working on to sell anything. You're selling software, you're selling lead gen, anything. So copywriting, if you can knock that out first, that will pay off the rest of your life. The next thing you should learn is the art of closing. I had the opportunity of bumping into 2 amazing closers in my life. The first one was Drew, who was my sales manager at the agency in New York. And Drew got things done. He was one of these like spin selling type of crazy sales guys that you see where he's following the book step by step by step, which I've talked about in previous videos, how it's better to be more natural. But I did learn a lot about asking for the deal, pitching very high numbers and seeing what they say, and increasing prices drastically from Drew. So although I hate on him in some videos because he is the one that, by not promoting me, forced me into real full-time entrepreneurship, I do appreciate that he was a great closer. The other awesome closer I ran into was the founder of the last lead generation company I worked for. I was the director of marketing there. And this is a guy who I also talked about in past videos, could close on call 1 in 15, 20 minutes, and he could close deals that were worth $1,000 a month or a couple $100s a month. So this guy was incredible. If you can learn the art of closing, of making money from people, that's another one that's transferable to any industry at any time. The third skill that is insanely valuable is consulting. If you can speak in a way that people will pay for, you're good to go. I used to do one-on-one cold email consulting. Our team still does consulting as part of Email 10K and as part of Institute of Sales. But I used to do it personally myself, and I would charge up to $1,000 an hour for cold email consulting. People would pay $1,000 an hour for me to look at their emails, tear them down, improve them, come up with some actionable insights for them. But the most interesting aspect of consulting as a skill is consulting is actually 2 things. It's not just being a master at your craft. You could go out there and there are so many, let's say, master artists that are so good at drawing. That's one part of it. Being very, very good at your craft is one part of it. But the other half of consulting is having the confidence to teach your craft in a way that gets people to listen and charging for that teaching. So for instance, you got the massive artist over here who's so good at drawing, he's got the technical skills down, but if he's not charging $300-400 an hour, or if he can't translate that skill into a teachable piece of knowledge, that consulting's worth nothing. So that's the real challenge of consulting. You have to learn how to take the skill that you've mastered and turn it into something that people are actually going to buy. The next skill worth learning is funnel building. This is something that Russell Brunson talks about. I have his Expert Secrets book. I have his website traffic book. We've done a lot of work using Russell Brunson's materials. You can see on Email 10K, we still use ClickFunnels. So what is a funnel? A funnel is a series of websites that gets people to buy. And by this point, you can see that all of these skills so far have something in common, which is they all get people to take money from their pockets and give it to you. Because if you can generate leads or you can get money from customers and bring it to someone else, you can make money forever. That's it. In any industry, doing anything. So funnel building, I would recommend checking out Expert Secrets. That's actually the only spot I would go to learn funnel building. And what this is setting up landing page after landing page to get somebody to take action. Funnels also are wider and cover everything from email marketing to Facebook Messenger bots, to webinars, to video sales letters. All of these different things are covered under funnel building. And that's why it's a hard to master skill. It's actually a hard to learn skill. But once it clicks and you can sell it to somebody else, that is worth so much money. I was talking to Jeremy, who's one of our consultants that we work with to build our funnels. And Jeremy charges $15,000 for a complete funnel plus a percentage of revenue. So if you can get into that area, you're able to do very, very well in business. And it's not like he's coding custom websites. He is optimizing ClickFunnels sites and charging $15,000 just to do that. Once you master these skills, the amount of money you make is insane. The next one is public speaking. And I'm not going to go out here and tell you to just hop on a stage because honestly, I don't really like doing that. I've spoke at a few events and I actually really like this the most. And this is what I mean by public speaking. You need to be able to talk without saying and ah every 3 words. You need to be able to get your thoughts together and to speak them to people in a way that gets them to pay attention. Notice how you're paying attention to me right now? This is public speaking. This is a skill that I worked on. If you watch some of my older videos, I can't even watch them. They're unwatchable. So if you can master public speaking, it'll improve your sales. It'll improve your YouTube content if you're doing that. And maybe you can go out there and make $1 million speaking on the stage. I've been watching way too many Facebook ads. I'm not trying to tell you you can make $1 million speaking on the stage, all right? I'm gonna actually go out there and say it right now. I do not know if you can make $1 million speaking from the stage, so I'm not gonna give advice on it. Another very valuable skill is building business systems. I used to call it constructing earthships as a reference to WALL-E, where they had that ship that was just saving humanity out there while the rest of Earth had fallen apart. What building business systems means is you know how to hire and you know specifically who to hire in order to allow your business to make the most amount of money while taking up the least amount of your time. This is something that I've gotten pretty good at. We've built multiple businesses here, but I still have a lot to improve on. And I talked about business systems in a lot of our other videos. I actually talk in depth about how to build the lead gen business system in Email 10K, exactly who to hire, how to do all those job postings. So I would check that out if I were you. But the most valuable thing and why I like business systems, this is like the #1 thing to learn, is if you can figure out which 2 or 3 people to put together on a team, and those 3 people can make you more money than it costs to pay them, you're creating money without putting any work in. That is the dream, and that is what you want to build with your business systems. It's what we've been able to create now so many times at our businesses. And it's what allows me to live such a great low stress life. If you can get other people to work while you give them the money, and then you take that little bit on top, that is true entrepreneurship right there.
This video is brought to you by Email 10K. So you don't have a business idea, huh? Do you want to know what the best business to start is, regardless of market conditions? Check out the free presentation at email10k.com. We have over 200 students that are crushing it using this business strategy, even during this time. So check that out, email10k.com.
If you like this video, be sure to smash that like button to encourage the YouTube algorithm, subscribe for more content like this, and leave a comment down below. What do you think? What is the most valuable skill that you should learn? Or which one of these skills are you going to commit to learning in the next 30 days? And if you want to learn cold email as a skill, I would check out email10k.com. Thanks for watching. I'm Alex Berman.